What's up, y'all? I'm looking forward to being undisputed in September. Let's get it. It's work time.
Canelo comes out there what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. If Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins.
Terence Crawford has once again amazed the boxing world with his impressive new physique and a bold statement. He's ready to become the undisputed champion against Canelo Alvarez. However, his trainer, Brian "BAC" McIntyre, stayed tight-lipped about the fight details. That said, he's absolutely thrilled about the challenge and eager to watch Crawford step into the ring. He's determined to show the world just how great Crawford truly is. BAC strongly believes his fighter is one of the best in the game. As his trainer, his goal is to lead Crawford to victory, working closely with the team, including Red and Bernie, to secure the win.
First off, how excited are you about it, and break the fight down for us?
Well, I ain't gonna break the fight down for you because I don't want to get a game plan away, but I'm excited for Terence more than anything.
Brian McIntyre added that Crawford must have spotted something in Canelo that made him call him out. He pointed out that since Crawford is the one issuing the challenge, it means he genuinely believes he can win. BAC emphasized that their job as a team is to get him fully prepared for that moment and make sure he comes out on top.
Say it like this, the man must have seen something when he called to Canelo out, because you got to remember, Bud called Canelo out. So he must see something in order for him to get that win. And he know he can win. So like I said before, it's our job to get him to that point.
Caleb Plant highlighted that Terence is a strong fighter with serious power and the ability to switch seamlessly between orthodox and southpaw stances. He's skilled at handling different ranges, whether it's up close, mid-range, or from a distance. Plant admitted that while this matchup is thrilling, there's still some uncertainty about how things will unfold. That's exactly why fans can't wait for the fight, to see how it all plays out in the ring.
I give him a chance. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, be able to find out firsthand.
Plant also had some words of advice for Terence, urging him to stay true to himself. He praised Crawford's ability to fight at any range, inside, mid-range, or from the outside, and his smooth transitions between southpaw and orthodox stances. Plant encouraged him to stay composed, enjoy the journey, and focus on having a strong training camp. He added, "Let the dice roll and see what happens."
I would just encourage Terence to be himself. As I said before, from the inside, mid-range, outside, southpaw, right hand, moving left, moving right, he can do it all. So I would encourage him to stay relaxed, go in there, have fun, have a good camp, and let the dice roll, right? So how big is right here?
Showbiz the adult weighed in on Crawford's concerns about moving up in weight, saying Bud might be right. 168 lbs could be too big for him, and 154 might be his limit. He pointed out that Crawford may not feel comfortable competing at middleweight or super middleweight, yet he still believes he has what it takes to beat Canelo. Showbiz suggested that even if Crawford doubts his ability to dominate at 168 or take down fighters like Caleb Plant,
chance that Bud Crawford was absolutely right when he was talking about 168 is too big and 154 the highest. There's a chance that Crawford doesn't feel that he can fight at middleweight or super middleweight. That's not the point. But he thinks he can beat Canelo. It sounds the same, but it's different. Y'all saw Sugar Ray Leonard getting his ass whipped at middleweight, but he beat Patty. You get where I'm coming from? There's a chance he's like, I can't beat Caleb Plant, or the hell, right? I can't campaign at 168, but I can beat Canelo.
Regis Prograis shared his thoughts on the fight, picking Canelo as the likely winner. He explained that weight classes exist for a reason, and while he has tremendous respect for Crawford's skills, he believes Canelo's power and experience at heavier weight.
I got Canelo on that one. Crawford. Yeah, I got Canelo, bro. I mean, I was watching Canelo earlier, Canelo versus Triple G. I mean, I just think that it's weight class for a reason. Crawford, the best. I think Crawford, the best fighter on the planet. Been the best fighter on the planet for years. You know what I'm saying? Between him.
Another expert admitted that predicting the winner is tough, but he leans toward Canelo. He pointed to Canelo's proven success across multiple weight divisions, saying it makes him the more dangerous fighter. While he greatly respects Crawford,
Usyk and NOE, they the, you know what I'm saying, they're the best on the planet. But for me, obviously, I'm American. We got to stick with the Americans. So I think Crawford the best fighter on the planet. But Canelo, I think Canelo just a different monster, bro. They always say this, bro. They make weight class for a reason. So I got Canelo, bro. It's hard for me to Canelo like the tank, bro. It's hard for me to go against him. It's hard for me to go against Bud too. But oh man, with Canelo with going up those weight divisions, I feel like I feel like I'm going Canelo.
Brian Norman acknowledged that choosing a winner was challenging since both are elite fighters. He noted that generally the bigger fighter has the advantage. However, he also recalled legends like Roberto Duran and Shane Mosley, who moved up in weight and still won big fights. Because of that, Norman believes Crawford can do the same and is backing him for the win.
I love that fight. With that fight, I went back and I was sitting and marinating on it. At first, I couldn't pick a side for real because they both are good fighters, and we all know good fighter, check. But you got a good smaller fighter and a good bigger fighter. The good bigger fighter got the advantage. But then I started thinking about it. Roberto Duran jumped 2 weight classes and beat the man, Sugar Ray Leonard. Shane Mosley jumped 2 weight classes and beat the man, Oscar De La Hoya. So why Crawford can't do it? So with that being said, I'm going for Crawford in that fight.
Meanwhile, both Crawford and Canelo have been grinding hard in training camp. Crawford has been refining his versatility, perfecting his ability to switch between orthodox and southpaw stances while sharpening his overall technique. Canelo, on the other hand, has been pushing himself to enhance his power and conditioning, preparing to dominate at 168 lbs with explosive precision. Neither fighter is cutting corners, ensuring they are in peak form for this. Canelo has been spotted sparring with Jaime Munguia, proving his relentless dedication and passion for taking on the biggest challenges in boxing. A lot of people are questioning whether Crawford's weight will be a problem, but one thing's for sure. Nothing is stopping Bud Crawford from chasing greatness. He's packed on muscle, and his body shows just how hard he's been grinding to take on the Mexican powerhouse Canelo Alvarez. Aye, Dre, baby, we going up. Crawford's training camp has been nothing less than brutal, pushing himself to the limit to secure his legacy. In a recent social media video, he confidently told his fans that he will become the undisputed champion. No ifs. Roy Jones Jr. isn't convinced that weight will be the deciding factor in a potential Canelo versus Crawford showdown. He believes it all comes down to Canelo's strategy. If Canelo stays sharp and plays his game right, he has the upper hand. But if he slips up or makes mistakes, Crawford could take full advantage and flip the script. .247 Jiren. Boots weighed in on the challenge Crawford might face when adding weight for a potential fight against Canelo Alvarez. He pointed out that Crawford would have to pack on 14 pounds, which could slow him down and impact his overall performance. Gaining weight is one thing, But how well Crawford moves with it in the ring is a whole different story.
The weight won't be the factor. The factor will be how Canelo chooses to make the fight. Yeah. If Canelo comes out there what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. Yeah. If Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins the fight.
Teofimo Lopez shared his thoughts on a possible Crawford versus Canelo fight, saying both guys need to focus on winning their upcoming bouts first. He thinks they should take care of business before even thinking about facing each other. According to Lopez, in today's boxing world, a fighter's reputation is only as good as their last performance, so it's important to see how they do in their next fights before jumping to conclusion.
You said how difficult is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little difficult because you got to, what are you going to have to put on like an extra 14 pounds? So he might be a little slower. Or who knows, he could be faster. I don't know. Like, it's just, you got to add more weight and gain more muscle and stuff like that. Moving up in weight and things like that. So it's a little harder, but I don't know. You know, we'll see on fight night how he'll look.
Amir Khan admitted that while Crawford is a big guy, size alone won't be enough to beat Canelo. He pointed out that since their fight, Canelo has leveled up his boxing skills, becoming more technical and precise. Khan highlighted Canelo's dominant wins, especially against fighters like Bivol and Munguia, showing that despite the talk about him aging, Canelo is still a force to be reckoned with. In Khan's eyes, Canelo is still a beast, and his constant improvement makes him a nightmare for any.
Yeah, that's what it's been talking about. They've been talking about it. I mean, listen, they just gotta win their fights first, and then we'll see what happens then. You know what I mean? If they're gonna fight before they fight each other, I think that's the smartest thing for both parties. And then we see how they look, and we'll go from there. Because nowadays, in the modern day era,
This, but not Canelo, he's still a beast, including Crawford. B.R. Edwards shared his thoughts, making it clear he's backing Terence Crawford to take down Canelo Alvarez. He's confident Crawford will win by decision, believing in his skills and strategy despite Canelo's size and power. I think Crawford's going to win. I do. I'm picking Crawford to win a decision. Blair Cobbs, a longtime supporter and close friend of Crawford, praised him, but admitted it's tough to call a winner. While he hopes Crawford can pull it off, he knows the challenge ahead is massive, considering Canelo's power and durability in the ring. Interview 17. Canelo's size and knockout power could turn the fight around with a single punch. The jump from 147 to 154...
Size, bro, remember, but Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to a box fight. Yeah.
So you think?
I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better. You know what I mean? Technical more. Especially against the last fight against Mangui. He was really well as well. And he's looking really good. He's still, a lot of people might say, oh, he's getting old.
Canelo's size and knockout power could turn the fight around with a single punch. The jump from 147 to 154 lbs was one thing for Crawford, but moving up to 168 lbs is a whole different level. It's 2 full weight classes above what he's used to. Interview 8.
I don't know. It's just hard for me to see. And I'm a really big fan of Crawford. I've called him out for years. And I'm really good friends with Crawford. I think this would be a very, very steep task for him. So I'm not really picking anybody. I just really want to see a good fight. I would love to see Crawford pull it off, but it's very hard for me to see all of that happen with the variables of Canelo. Canelo is pretty tough, pretty good.
Interview 18. Fight move. What did he do to move? Nothing. A lot. Okay. Moving up isn't easy. Crawford has settled at 154 lbs, but jumping to 168 means climbing 2 more weight classes. Danny Garcia shared his excitement for the potential Canelo versus Crawford fight, acknowledging both as elite pound-for-pound fighters. He's intrigued by the stylistic matchup, but pointed out that Canelo's natural size at 168 lbs would be a major obstacle for Crawford. Regardless of the challenges, Garcia believes this fight would be a massive event, drawing huge attention and financial success in the boxing world.
People that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov is a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions.
With Canelo Alvarez's size advantage, Crawford is in for a tough battle, but his exceptional boxing IQ could be the key. Benavidez also expressed disappointment that his brother, David Benavidez, never got the chance to fight Canelo. He admitted only Canelo knows why that fight never happened. Despite this, Benavidez believes Crawford has what it takes to make this a thrilling showdown. Keep moving forward, you know.
Today, they're 2 great pound fighters, and they feel like, it makes sense, and they want to fight each other. Stylistically, it's a great fight. But, Canelo, he's a big dude. And I think it'd be hard for anyone to beat him at 168. But, it's definitely a big money fight, and that's why we're all involved.
Keep moving forward, you know. You've got to keep moving forward. But it's going to be a great fight to watch. I got Crawford on this. Benavidez Jr. praised Crawford's incredible boxing IQ, especially his ability to switch stances, which makes him unpredictable. He pointed out that many fighters step into the ring already intimidated by Canelo, giving him an early advantage. But he's sure Crawford won't fall into that trap. He adjusts. He's a smart fighter. He doesn't just switch between southpaw and orthodox. He's just smart. His boxing IQ is off the charts. A lot of fighters go in already scared of Canelo, but Crawford won't.
We're counting Crawford out. Crawford's he's smart, he knows what he's doing. Canelo, he's not that big of a guy. He obviously weighs more, but you can't take nothing from Crawford. He goes in there to win. So I feel like it'd be a good fight. It sucks that my brother didn't get the opportunity, but only Canelo knows why it didn't happen. And you just gotta keep moving forward. Gotta keep moving forward. But it's gonna be a good fight to watch.
Weight classes matter. After that, we're going to see a much slower Terence Crawford. His boxing ability is still there, but Crawford doesn't hit like Canelo. Canelo's cutting weight for this fight, and that's going to be tough. I love Crawford, but Wilkins predicted Canelo would win, most likely in the later rounds, comparing this fight to Canelo's bout with Caleb Plant. He pointed out that Plant was doing well early on, but faded as the fight progressed. Wilkins expects Crawford to struggle with the extra weight, losing stamina around the 10th round. He believes once the later rounds hit, Canelo's power will take over, and
he adjusts. He's not only does he switch from southpaw to orthodox, but he's just a smart. He has a high IQ in boxing, and that's what I feel like. All these fighters that go in there to fight Canelo, they already go in there scared, is what I believe. That which already beats him. So Crawford's gonna go in there to not gonna go in there to fucking. So I have it going Crawford, bro. To be honest with you.
A veteran of the sport, Porter believes. Crawford has the skill and timing to turn this fight into something special. He sees this as a golden opportunity for both fighters to showcase their talents, making the matchup even more exciting.
And if the paperwork gets signed up and finished, if Crawford can get him to come down some weight,
it's gonna be at 68.
That's a bad look for Crawford. I love Crawford, dog. I think he's real talented, but we see him at 154 going up in weight class, and he kind of struggled. He didn't struggle, but that weight was definitely a difference. To go up another 2 weight classes after that, we're going to see a lot slower Terence Crawford. Yeah, his boxing ability is there, but Crawford don't hit like Canelo. Canelo's coming down for that fight. It's going to be rough. So I'm going to give it to Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez has been through countless wars, and this fight is happening at the perfect time for both men. Robert Garcia admitted he's leaning toward picking Canelo, but expects Crawford to put up a serious fight. He acknowledged Crawford's elite skills and relentless drive, but ultimately feels Canelo's size and experience will give him the edge. I do probably pick Canelo, but Crawford will put up a great fight. Frank Warren also shared his excitement for this potential clash, calling it a dream fight for boxing fans. He believes that with the right promotion, this could turn into one of the biggest events in the sport.
Is losing big name fighters to fight against.
Yeah.
There's really no one else with a big name for him to fight against.
Yeah.
Benavidez deserves that fight, but his status isn't the level that Canelo, you know, kind of forced it with the young kid that he just got in the ring with. Edgar Berlanga. He forced it with Edgar, you know. And he's that guy that you can get people to come to the fight no matter who you're in the ring with, you know? But all that being said, same thing for Terence. Terence is fighting a Canelo Alvarez who's been around the block. Canelo Alvarez who's been in quite a few wars. And, you know, I think...
A real great fight. You need great fights like this. So, what do you think? Can Crawford take down Canelo? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our other content too.